Yo, what up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be reacting to the new album by LMA, Hot on My Sleeve. This is my first time listening to the entire album. I'll give you guys my thoughts and opinions on the album. This is the first time making such content, so I look forward to enjoying this journey with you guys. Let's get into it. The one thing about LMA that she's always had is a very unique voice to her, and she has that old school R&B type of vibe that she has. And to have a producer like Mustard on the music, it makes sense for her. But the one thing that I fear for her is Mustard is someone who has a sound, and you know a Mustard song, and at a certain point it becomes generic, and I fear that she will fail to develop her own sound and be held back by that. I don't know, they can be the dynamic duo, but at this sense her music starts to sound the same, and that's not good. But yeah, I'm really liking this song. I mean, song number one is good. That's just how you get into it. It's trying. That's good enough. And I love how they play with the words. It's very good songwriting. Anyway, let's go into song number two. Not another love song. We already know this one, but we just listen to it and then yeah. Once again, man, it's really the same thing. Song one and song two. You can clearly tell these are mastered productions, which I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. But anyway, let's listen to the next song. Didn't say. Mm. It's all in the things that you didn't say. It's crazy how relationships turn out to be that way. But the one thing that I'm already picking up in the third song is just her storytelling has gone up a level. If you remember the other album, I believe it was called LMA, the one with Boot Up and stuff like that, is just the growth in her voice and the growth in the songwriting as well. It's all in what you didn't say. I really like the song featuring Lato. It's a good song. It's a good song. We're moving on to song number four. Break My Heart. Damn. Ooh. So I believe this song number four or five. If I could choose anybody who break my heart, it would be you, baby. The one thing about LMA that she really does have, man, that old school type of vibe that she produces and is able to bring in with every song. It's amazing. And when you attend the shows live, like I did, it gives you a different vibe and feel to her music, right? Because it's not like she's making this dancey type of vibes, but she tells stories. And if I could choose somebody to break my heart, it would be you. When you read that title, you're expecting some heartbreak song, but it's just how she's able to play with words, and I love her voice through this song as well. Let's move to song number six, Fallen Angel. Ooh, I mean, man, the album is good, man. Like it really has some very good music. Fallen Angel, her voice once again is the maturity, it's the storytelling, and for the first time, the sound sounds different. In this tune, the sound is different. All right, now I'll be moving to the next song, How featuring Roddy Rich. Let's get into it. I like this song, man. I really like this song off her album. It's a crazy song. Like, how could you break my heart? How could you do that to me? How could you just switch up? And I love her voice. Like the thing with Ella May, which I don't know if it's a weakness or it's a positive. You know how other artists they have different tonalities to their voices. I feel like for her, she has that singleness in her voice, which is unique and creates an identity for her. But that might also be a limitation to where each song sounds the same, you know. But I really like how they're playing around with the sound in terms of instrumentals that they're using. It's not just that mastered Western sound anymore. That's pretty cool. What's the worst that could happen rolling on myself? I got too attached. Now I'm working on my health. Man. These lyrics, man, it's ridiculous like how much growth a person can have in such a short space of time. Ella May is amazing, man. Like if you ask me, she is beyond, man. All right, next song, Pieces. Maybe it's because we just two fools broken by love who know how to pick up the pieces. Once again, another heartbreak song from the queen. She has to be careful to become the queen of broken heart, man. Like her music is beautiful. Sometimes it's romantic, and then sometimes it just goes deep into the brokenheartedness. But I really do love the production that they have on the album. It's quite fantastic and amazing, and the consistency of it so far, man. So let's move into the next track. We'll be moving into DFMU. So this song came out. It was one of the singles, but fortunately or fortunately, I really didn't get to listen to it. So let's get into it. But yeah, don't fuck me up. Don't let me down. It's crazy how when we get into relationships, the last thing, that's the first thing that you're constantly thinking about. It's I want this to work, so don't fuck me up. But a lot of times, it doesn't work out that way because of our fears. We're never really able to commit totally to somebody, and we're constantly looking away and constantly looking for security in other things that we fail to develop our relationships. But once again, man, with Ella May, I'm starting to understand her. Like as an artist, I feel like this is who she is, and this is the type of music that she makes, and she caters to a certain audience, and that's a beautiful thing as well. It's just that her dynamic range for me doesn't feel like it's there, but she has beautiful music, and she just reminds me of that old school R&B. The next track is Hide. Man, this is such an epic song. Hide, a place to hide. You give me feelings that I never knew I had. It's crazy when you find love, how it affects you and how it makes you feel, man. Like it's like shit. I'm feeling things that I've never felt before, never. I remember Ariana Grande's song, Safety Net. Like it reminds me of this, and I love when Ella May does these ballads. It's the same with I feel it was Naked in the other album, and she just tops that up. It's the storytelling, it's the relatability of the songs off the rip, and then just the beautiful vocals on there as well. So yeah, I really like Hide. We'll be moving to the next one, Power of a Woman. Ooh, let's get into it. Listen, man. From what I was anticipating of the song and what I got, I really do enjoy watching artists grow and in just listening to their music, how far they've gone in terms of songwriting, and yeah, Ella May is on a different level. We'll be moving on to the next one, A Mess. Man, it's fascinating hearing this music. Like, I remember Lucky Day just starting out, and it's crazy how his growth has happened as well as Ella's and the type of music that they're making. I remember, I don't know if I'm dating myself, but when you listen to Luther Vandross and Mariah Carey, I'm not saying they're on the same level, but it gives you those feelings and vibes of, wow, this is where we are at in the world now, and how music is transcended to what it is. And it's just amazing to hear beautiful music, and in this album, like I'm not really disappointed. And this was a good song. It's a mess, and I just love Ella May's storytelling. To be honest with you, her voice is super unique, and you call it a limitation or a strength. That's on you to decide. But for me, like the album so far has just been beyond amazing. Hey, what's the fun in feeling nothing? Man, feels like now she's getting into that zone of sexy music. That's growth, man. That's beautiful. Yeah, this is again another great production on the song. I really like what they did with this album, man. Like, it's crazy how it started with me being afraid that mustard it would have the mustard feel, but it feels like there are different producers for this song, for this whole album, which is good. Moving on to Leave You Alone. Every time you say you wanna chill, I end up naked. Sounds like my type of Netflix and chill. Yo, man, it's crazy how the type of music she's making now. It's very beautiful. This one, yeah, this is that Master Feel. I guess Master produced that one. That's pretty nice. We'll be moving on to the next one, Sink or Swim. Yeah, Sink or Swim is a good song. It's her music. I really like the storytelling. It makes you sit down, like listen, and try to understand where she's coming from, where she's going, what story she's telling, and it's just the same vibe. It's a good production, good instrumental. Her voice, like I say, the thing is when you listen from song one to the last, there's not much variation to it, which is good because it gives you consistency. But it's just that at a higher level of singing, you always have expectations and comparisons. But this is good what she does. That's what makes me a fan actually. Anyway, the final song of the album, Fading Out. Let's get into it. Hey. For the final song, man, "Fading Out" is a good song. You should know by now that we're fading out. It's a good song. It's a bop. It's one of those that just surprises you in terms of the production that they had for the song. And it's one of those songs which you can already tell like at the live shows they'll be playing before she comes on stage. It's a very good song. I like this. Like with all of her songs, is the storytelling that Ella May always brings in. That's just beautiful, and in as much as it's a serious song, a sad song, a happy song, there's always a little bit of story. Her voice is very beautiful. I love, like the tone doesn't change, so it's something that's beautiful. I know that's something that I've been critiquing throughout, but that's just me looking for anything to critique because there's not much you can critique about her. You can critique the massive mastered influence, but even that, it doesn't stop the music from being beautiful. Um, with that said, it's a very beautiful album from start to finish. You can listen to it. It's those type of music you listen when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're just going for a drive. It's that type of album, and I really feel like she would do well with it. She's not a pop artist, so she won't really have a lot of pop hits in the album, but she's an R&B artist, and it's a lot of love music, and it's music that just you listen to on a good time, and I feel like she really did a good job. With that said, man, we've reached the end of this review. Let me know what you thought of Ella May's album. Let me know which other albums you guys would like me to check out. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.